This Thursday, CareerQuest TN, it's all about business, will be taking place virtually all day. And this morning, Kevin Peters from Blackburn, Children's and Stegall joins us along with Lottie Ryans to preview this amazing event for local high school students. Good morning to both of you. Lottie, thank you for joining us via Zoom this morning.
Thank you.
And let's talk about it. I mean, this year, we're literally days away from this event. How's planning been going for this event?
It's really good, but it's so different. If you think about certain aspects of this, all they have to do is say, hey, volunteers show up. But things like our virtual interviews that we are doing with the students means we have to do a lot of scheduling, both for our volunteers and figuring out when students are in class and they can do their interviews or their business battle pitches. So it's been a little bit different, and certainly we are hoping the technology will work for us on Thursday. But I'm so pleased that our volunteers were interested in it being a virtual field trip for the students rather than us having to totally cancel.
And Kevin, for you, Blackburn, Children's and Stegall jumped on board on this event early on. Why is it so important for y'all to be involved?
Well, Chris, the First Tennessee Development District and Lottie Ryans' group puts on a quality event. So we're happy to partner and participate with them. One thing, too, our firm always looks for opportunities to be involved in the community and to give back. And for us to spend time with high school students that are interested in business and accounting careers, we think is time well spent.
And the interaction you get with students there, I mean, they're learning from you, but you all are learning from them as well.
That's very true. We learned last year that the students really want to know about our personal journey and our career path, maybe where we went to college, why we chose accounting, some odd jobs we had along the way. So we've carved out time this year to have some Q&A with the students, but also to talk about our personal career path. Because sometimes they just want to know that, and what jobs they have here in the region, which is important to bring up too.
And Lottie, what are some of the key takeaways you want for students to take away from this year's event?
You know, I think we all need to understand that virtual is here to stay. Things like that first interview likely being virtual, I think that there's a really good possibility of that. So we are talking to the students about how to dress, what things should be in their background, how to handle themselves virtually. So that's one big piece of it. Their virtual footprint. I think that students don't remember that things that they put out there stays with them forever. And this how to be able to even conduct meetings in this virtual space.
And for Blackburn, Children's and Stegall, you know, recruiting. I mean, that is the lifeblood of your business to a degree. Talk to us about how being involved with this has changed the way you've recruited for your business over the years.
Sure, our recruiting has continued to evolve. You know, we do a lot virtually now, so the CareerQuest is a great lead into that. That gives the students really good practice. We've noted in the last recent years that students or candidates come to our firm, they've done their homework, they know a lot about our firm, and they come prepared to ask questions. And I think, you know, the CareerQuest kind of prepares them for that event.
The questions, I mean, I kind of want to ask you about that because I'm sure you get questions that kind of like throw you sometimes, but it's a great learning experience on both sides of the equation.
It is. Like I said, they usually want to know kind of like what our typical work day is like, and I'm anticipating this year, because of the pandemic, we'll probably get questions of how did we pivot or how were we flexible with that. They also want to know, too, about, you know, if they want to leave this area, what career opportunities do they have. So we try to focus on some of that, but it is a learning process. We do learn from them, and they do ask some really good questions.
And Lottie, with your work with the First Tennessee Development District, you know, what stands out about this event, and how do you relate it back to the work that you do?
You know, it's interesting, this event and our other career exploration events, I think a few things. One is I was surprised, I've been doing this about 4 or 5 years, what teachers and students administrators don't know. And it's because it's not in their world every day. I've been a little surprised at what businesses assume that students know, and I think we've all learned, don't make those assumptions. But I think the most important thing is the partnerships. They were all about the same thing, doing what's right and best for our students, preparing an excellent workforce, and how we can do that together, whether we're a school system, a government, or a business. So that's been a real pleasure for me to just see how everybody's willing to jump in and let's do the right thing for our students.
All right. Lottie, Kevin, thank you so much for taking some time with us today. This is an exciting event. We love being able to talk about it. We love even more when it gets here. And it is CareerQuest TN. It's all about business happening virtually. And we'll be back with more Daytime Tri-Cities coming up in just a few moments.